What's up, everybody? I don't know if you guys just got stuck with a bunch of ads, but or not. But Siri bought. I can't fix the ads on this channel. I want it to run a quick 30-second pre-roll, and then after an hour, like a 60-second ad. But Siri bot wants to do its own thing, so I don't know what's going on with that. So happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Um, Today we're gonna play a game called Soul Crystal cartridge. It's a uh, game that was originally for years only available in German. It got translated, um, so we're gonna give that a break. I heard it's pretty hard to play, um, so feel free to jump in anytime. I'm not too proud to accept help. Um, so what else we got? Okay, action alerts. They're finally going. However, I'm putting them in a queue system because they are me and my son were testing them out the other day, and they are wonderful jump scares, and I don't need that kind of shit in my life. So if you do redeem one, I'm gonna pick a time and a place where we can enjoy them. So there's that one, and then there's the other ones. I'm not sure, I can't remember what they're priced. I think they're about 500 channel points, and they're shorter ones, like that Austin Powers one up there, and the Macho Man one, they're pretty short, so they're only like 200 um, channel points or something like that. Um, so yeah. So with that having been said, uh, we're gonna go to indie retro news first before we play anything because there's a couple pretty cool things that I want to show you guys. So we're gonna start off with a game called City Cat Pro. It's I guess it's a work in progress. So far, it's got like serious Last Ninja vibes, really serious Last Ninja vibes. Um, so that's just all they've got so far is like a couple of pictures of it. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. Your cat's supposed to be on an adventure or something like that. What you do, what you get if you mix the isometric style of The Last Ninja and blend it all together with a bit of cat complexities. Probably this game, a new Commodore 64 project by Beast People called City Cat Prowl. This game, created by Robert Ramsey, will have you not only playing as a friendly feline, but you'll also be prowling through the dynamic environments, both above and below ground. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. While also completing tasks and interacting with other characters. So yes, this is one game that, if it does get finished, may well be a big hit with the C64. Yes, it will be a big hit. And when you say if it gets finished, I hope it hasn't been shelved or whatever. But there's a bit of a video. We'll play the video here. It's really short and like there's not much to it, but yeah. Mm. Yeah, so there's not much to it so far as this is cat walking around, but I'm sure this is just to show basically what it's about. I love the graphics. Love the graphics. It's gonna be a fun game. Not sure what that little thumping noise is, but it's from the game anyway. Well, this is longer than I thought. Okay. So yeah, like it says, like complete Last Ninja vibes. So, this is cool. So anyway, that's uh that's a cat video. So the next one, I'm really excited to show you guys. So this is, if you want to see more about this, head on over to Indie Retro News. He's got tons of great stuff like this, and not just for the Commodore 64 and the 128 and the Amiga, but like all kinds of older computers and that. He really does a lot of research. So Indie Retro News, be sure to check him out. Okay, up next, this I'm really excited about. Um, this Pig Quest, The Last Pig. Um, I didn't even know that they were making a sequel to this. Um, One of the funnest games you'll ever play. An absolute great game. Um, so actually, so there's that. All I have so far is a couple of screenshots. Um, so there's that one. There's this. I mean, how nice does that look? Like that looks amazing. More. That looks great. Um, Surprisingly, there's very little information about it. Like for as much as they got done, I thought they would be yelling this from the mountaintops, but it almost kind of slid under the radar till Zap 64 and Indie Retro News did a thing on it here. And there's that. I mean, that looks really good. That looks really good. I can't wait till this comes out. So yeah, that's Indie Retro News. Like I said, head on over and check it out. It's got all kinds of great stuff. Oh, Jedekiah. Okay, Jedekiah. Let's go to. He wants to see Star Trek. It's all right. It's time for Star Trek. Incoming action alert. Yeah, drink of water. Let's try this again. OBS took a crap on me. So let's see if this works again. Huh. So far, so good. Okay, so he wanted to see. Jedediah wanted to see Star Trek. Okay, here we go.
The crew will not understand it. It's not logical that you are Serac. Live long and prosper.
All right, so there you go. They're finally working. Um, Jedediah, I hope you got to see it. If you didn't, let me know and I'll play it again for you. Um, okay, so without further ado, let's head on over to Commodore 64. All right, so first things first, let's get our. This game needs a save disk, even though it's on cartridge. I can't save it to cartridge, so. And that's the cartridge we're playing, Soul Crystal. That's our game today. I heard it's pretty hard, but okay. Well, I'm going to turn that monitor on too, eh? There we go. We'll zoom in here. It's easier to zoom in a bit here. There we go. That's much better. Get a webcam going. Starbite presents. And Marquette Arts. Oh, hang on. You know what? No, okay. I can wait. I can wait. We're good. Soul Crystal. Stern concept. Chris Link. Kai Schultz. Again, this game is originally made in German a long time ago, and somebody did an English translation. But I heard it's pretty hard. But original soundtrack, Chris Link. Text, Chris Link. Graphic conversion, Klaus Adamovsky, Michael Niemeyer, Chris Link. Music conversion, Oliver Kloer. Yeah, lots of German names there. Menu system, blah, blah, etc., etc. Parser system, Kai Schultz, Karsten Gendro. Intro coding, Michael Niemeyer. Displaying, Christian Koch, Stephen, German name. Project management, Chris Link, Michael Niemeyer, Makashir. Starring starring Oliver Brewell, Michael Niemeyer as Firon, Klaus Jürgen Kraft as King Richard, Kirsten Waldheim as Malgor, Chris Link as Zargon, Carson Gender as the Native, Oliver Schmenk as the Seller, Klaus Adamovsky as the Old Eremit. I guess that means hermit. Starbright Crew as the Orc family, Henrik Fish as the Yeti, Oliver Brewell. Okay, we've been here. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Now I know there's some weird kind of setup, like Amiga style setup here. Okay, we got our joystick here. Okay, so let's we got to pick our. Even though we got a joystick, I think we still have to pick it again. So go to joystick. Yeah, joystick, mouse, or keyboard. I don't think the 13. I mean, it's the 1351 mouse. So yeah, we got joystick. I already made a save disk. So let's load the game. Oh, that's cool. Free Amiga like. Here at last. It wasn't as hard as I expected at first, you think to yourself as you step out of the bus that has taken you from the station of the neighboring village to your hotel. The first thing you do is breathe a sigh of relief. You somehow manage to escape the annoying advice of your parents. Must have been written by a teenager. For the next days and weeks, something you never dreamed possible. Until one day, on the verge of a nervous breakdown, you moved out of the house. As you stroll down the street, this isn't the game, this is just the intro. You think back about your departure to your very worried parents who even thought they had to give you advice through the passenger window at the train station. And once again got on your nerves with their constant talking and their limitless pessimism. What do they want from me? I'm a 17 I am I am 17 after all, that is almost old enough to marry. Why shouldn't I be able to spend my holidays alone? 17 years, and you spent 13 of them every year at the same time in the same old French town. Oh, Siri, enough with the ads. Jesus. With your parents who, out of a pure sense of responsibility, of course, don't want to miss any opportunity to monitor every single step you take. But now I've had enough of it, you said to yourself one day, and in your usual courtesy, inform them that you refuse to spend another holiday with them along these apparently dead people in this French resort town. You can still remember the horrified faces of your parents all too well when their son actually dared speak up. You can still hear your father's bogus arguments in your head, which he articulated so well in all the endless discussions. Especially in the last 2 months, the arguments seem to never end. At least you're able to ultimately prevail. Well, you have to admit, with a slight smile on your face, that you have actually been playing with your thoughts over the last few weeks. Sitting at home while your parents were out partying, and one night you finally realized you were almost forced to travel, if only to show your parents who's the boss in the house. Well, now you're finally here. You can take a deep breath of fresh, clean air and look around. Yes. Goddamn ad breaks. Hopefully I'll get that fixed next time. Siri's a real pain in the ass. You know, as a matter of fact, I should just ban her. This is exactly the right place for young geniuses like you to be able to recover from your stressful everyday lives. The adult life, you are completely free, although only for a couple of weeks, but still free. And that is the only thing that matters to you at the moment. Now you can do what you want, wear what you want, and last but not least, drink as much as you want. There you go. And well, when your vacation is over, hopefully you will be recovered and strong enough to be able to survive at home for a few months until you turn 18. Happy and full of the energy that you used to have when you were in school, and that isn't normal now. You enter your hotel, sign the guest book, and receive your room key. You drag your luggage to your room and start unpacking. When you happen to look at your wristwatch, it's already 6:30, and you want to get out and have a look at the Loch Calderwood. Okay? The old man you met on the bus ride had so many legendary stories to tell about it. So you leave your things as they are for now and lock your room door behind you and leave the key at the reception desk so you'll be able to take a quick look at the landscape before it's time for dinner. After all, you want to be able to tell your mother some stories when you arrive back home later. It would be even nicer if she has been worried the whole time that her little boy may have taken the wrong bus and is now wandering lonely and abandoned through Scotland's forests. When you step out of the hotel lobby and back onto the dusty streets to go search for the legendary mountain lake, you can feel the warm, red, golden light of the setting sun on your face. Right. Okay, this is objects. Objects, control, action, location, soul crystal. This was written in 1989, and wow, so back then, and it was just converted to English. Okay, so let's have a. You are standing on the road that leads from Mary's Inn to your hotel to Loch Calderwood. You feel the warmth of the evening sun on your skin and listen to the birds singing their goodnight songs on the trees that line the roadside. 780 girl, hi, how you doing? Welcome in on this troublesome stream I'm having today. You feel blah, blah, blah. Okay. Rustling in the gentle wind, the first vacation that you have traveled alone is actually starting to be quite good. You think to yourself and resolve to enjoy this vacation as much as possible. On your left to the west is the entrance to Mary's Inn, while the road stretches east. I should be writing this down, I think. It sounds kind of important. On the right side of the road, there's an advertising sign that reads Last Hotel. Yeah. Okay. So we got objects, control, locations, actions, game, disc, special. Okay, let's see what this is. Objects, take. Okay, so it's obviously take something. Lose obviously means to. I'm playing on a version of Vice. Idiot Guerrero. I have I have a six. I have my bread box here, but you know what? It's so old. I don't want it to one day blow up on stream. I've had it for such a long time. Okay, so we got consider. Consider. What the hell is well, I assume that means examine because it's just translated from German. So backpack, Okay, shows the inventory. So it's in inventory. The moment I carry the following things: jeans, sneakers, and t-shirt. Okay. Destroy. Well, obviously that. And use. Okay. Under control. I think I should write these down too. Under control. We've got open and close, which is pretty straightforward. Um, lock. Unlock. Yeah, that's straightforward. Lock. Unlock. Attack. And move. Okay. Okay, that's pretty straightforward too. Okay, we got those. Let's see what's under actions. Under actions, we got push, tug. Push and tug. What? Kind of lost in translation. I bought a few during the pandemic and fixed them up. Lots of fun. I need to get them out more often. Oh, awesome. Yeah, awesome. Give help. Wait. Okay. How many did you buy? I've seen some on eBay and I can't believe the prices now. Like, retro is so expensive. It's unbelievable. Okay. And what's the other one? We got location. Holy geez, there's a lot of commands here. So, view, pass, enter, leave, dig. Holy cow. That's a lot of commands. Okay. So under game, that's disk, care to receive, and special. It's special. Compact, verbose. I don't know what that is. Music, SID tape. Okay, we're not going to mess with those. Okay, so where's our directions? This must be removed. That's north, south, east, and west. Okay, so we can go west. This is the lobby of Mary's Inn, where you will be staying for the next few days and weeks. You can see a street through the door in the east wall and the reception through the northern wall opening. It seems to be very quiet at all. The moment, though, and somehow the sight of this lonely, deserted space makes you a little depressed. But whatever. Maybe more visitors will come tomorrow at breakfast time. As you look around, you can't help but get the impression that the people who set up the space were keen to express their prosperity and cosmopolitanism. Okay, is that a word? Of their village. Unfortunately, this spasmodic attempt has failed completely. The result of their efforts reminds you much more of the hotel foyers, or the American foyer, in American soap operas, with the insignificant difference that these are about 5 times larger. Nevertheless, at least the landscape is fantastic, and after all that, that's why you came here. Okay. So where can we go? Hmm. Pass, north and east. Well, we'll go north. You are standing at the reception of your hotel. Directly in front of you is the massive reception desk, behind which you can see a keyboard. When you take a closer look, you realize that you are probably the only guest in the hotel at the moment. Almost all the room keys are still on the board. Further to the right, you can see some mailboxes, but all of them are empty. Well, at least your mother will write to you, and if it's just a reminder that you always go to bed on time, check your socks every day, and take your vitamin pills. Okay? Okay, so we're at the desk. Okay, where's that look? Under objects, right? We want to check something out. So, objects. Okay, well, how do I look at something? Consider. Wasn't okay. Consider. Oh, this is cool. Dave. Yeah, let's see what's at the desk. There's a small copper bell and some colored brochures on the reception desk. Yeah, let's see if we can take something. Oh, wait. Let's ring that bell. Tug or push or... There's no... Okay, there's almost too many commands in this game. There's almost too many commands in this game. So yeah, let's push the bell then, if you can push. There's no. Oh yeah, okay. There's a bell. Push the bell. You press the little copper bell in the room above your buzzer, but nothing happens. Okay, what's the point of having a bell then? Or did they do that? Let's push bell. Come on. Then we're stuck on the very first thing. No, nothing. Oh, okay. Wait. You push the button on the bell so deep into the case that you have serious doubts that it might explode under your hand. After 2 seconds, you finally hear a slow shuffling on the stairs behind the reception desk. Okay. And the porter enters the reception, waving his arms around wildly. Why are you ringing the storm bell? Okay, he asks you angrily. I'm not deaf. Okay. Let's first speak. We talk this guy? Speak with. No, he's not. No. Oh, we get clerk. You asked for your room key. Well, I didn't ask for my room key, but okay. As politely as you can after the unfriendly greeting. After every sentence you say, the porter puts his hand behind his left ear. Apparently, he doesn't hear quite well as he thinks. But after a while, he seems to have understood. Takes your room key from the board and throws it reluctantly on the counter. He murmurs briefly, room number 003. I should write that down, but I'm gonna anyway. Okay, turns around without another word and shuffles up the stairs. So unfriendly, you think to yourself. No wonder no one wants to live here. Unfortunately, even your silent unfortunately, even your silent wish that he might slip on his way up and rumble down the steps will not come true. Well, who is about to become aggressive? Another lost in translation thing, I think, there. Actually, you should show a little more understanding and compassion for the old man, and next time curb your youthful impatience a little. Okay. So he gave us. Where's take again? Under objects? Objects. Yeah, there's take. We'll take. What? But there's no. brochure. What the hell? I'll take the brochure. See, I thought he... Well, let's check our inventory. Check our backpack. Maybe it's already in our backpack. Well, he said he gave us the key, but where's the key? No, see, there's no key anywhere. Cake. Oh, okay. We can scroll. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Take our room key then. Okay, so now we can get out of here. We go to okay, west then. Back west again. You're standing in a short, clean corridor with white painted walls and thick red carpets on the polished parquet floor. A few doors, painted black and numbered gold, lead to the guest rooms. Your own room faces south. Since you're likely to get your hands on the keys to the other rooms, your only alternative is to break through the wall in the east wall, behind which you can see the reception. Okay, we're at our door. Well, no, we can't. Where? So, which one opens? Okay, we gotta unlock it. Room door. With room key. Okay, unlock. Okay, open a door. Geez, there's a lot of work just to do simple things in this game. Okay, it's open. See, normally you would open it and you'd automatically be inside of it, but they're gonna make you work in this game. I heard it was hard, but so what do we do now? So we head which so south it would be, right? Into the room? Yeah, okay. You are in a small but, considering its price, quite comfortably furnished hotel room. On the west wall is a wardrobe ornately decorated with peasant paintings. A small rustic desk is to the left of the door in the north, in front of which is a simple wooden chair. Through the window in the west wall, you can watch the sunset behind the mountains around Loch Calderwood, bathing the evening landscape in its warm golden glow. You wake up from your admiration when you suddenly remember that you had actually promised to call home after your arrival. But in view of all these new impressions, your mother will probably be able to wait a little longer. Okay. So there's okay. So what do we do in the room now? Okay, objects. Okay, consider is examine. I gotta write that down because it's what a silly word for examine. Consider. I understand there's a language translation, but uh, desk, chair, t-shirt, sneakers. No, don't want to look at that. Boring. Uh, chair. From carelessly over the armrest, some of your clothes are hanging over the chair, among which you can also find some bathing suits. What? What? Okay, so what do I do with the bathing suits? Throw in the backpack? Okay. No. Swimsuit taken. Okay. Okay. We got to. Um. Okay. How did we get in this room? Which direction can we go? Pass. Okay. So we can go north out of our. I'll think it's out of our room. North. Okay. In the corridor. Okay. And we went west. And which way did we go? West. So we'll go east. Will take us back out to the front desk, and then from the front desk, the path we have from the front desk. Okay, we'll go south. Will take us where we originally came from. Okay, yeah, in the lobby. Okay, so south takes us to the lobby. Let's write that down. Okay, what other paths do we have? Okay, so let's go east then. Oh, on the street. Okay. Well, there's nothing here, so what paths do we have? I don't want to go back east and west. Okay, we're not going west. They'll take us right back. So let's go east. You walk down the lonely, dusty road that leads from your hotel to the shores of Lake Calderwood. Despite the late evening hour, it is still pleasantly warm. The ground radiates all the heat that has stored through the whole sunny day. You feel a little exhausted and think of your parched throat that you wish you could lubricate with a nice tankard of ice cold beer. Oh, that does sound good. But then again, just a little further north is the mountain lake where you wanted to cool your smoking feet. Okay. But you decide to have a drink at the hotel bar. You can, of course, walk back west along the street. So west takes us back to so we're at the lake. I think. Let's just view. What did you do again? Okay. We walked down along the blah blah from the town to shores. Okay, so we're at the lake. Despite the late evening hour. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, well, we got those bathing suits. Uh, so how do I put on my bathing suit? Objects. Okay, consider backpack. Can I do it for my backpack? No. So use. Okay, so I'm not Dave. Here was someone thinking my name was Dave. Boy, oh boy. Uh, lose. Take my clothes off first. Can I do that? Jeans. Oh, okay. Lose t-shirt. So I gotta take everything off. Sneakers. Now what? Now let's see if I can use my bathing suit. On. Not Dave. You slip on your swim trunks, check their fit at key points, and nod snugly. My God, just make sure nobody sees you like that. Otherwise, you'll have to spend the rest of your vacation like a monk. Okay. Okay, now that I'm in a bathing suit. Now, how do I, which way goes to the water? Location. Pass. Well, I guess the only way to go is north. We came from the east. You stand on the shore of the Lord Colwood, completely speechless at the picture presented to you. In front of you lies a picturesque mountain lake, surrounded by high, rugged mountains, behind which the sun is slowly setting. From the northwest, you can hear a waterfall coming down from the mountains and tumbling loudly into the mountain lake. You feel the hint of a romantic feeling rising in you. Okay. And consider calling your girl. Oh, okay, getting the honey. But at the same time, you shy away from the thought: how would such a romantic have any chances with the girls here? And as for your girlfriend, after all, you didn't leave her at home without a reason, right? In this context, however, the thought occurs to you: take a few laps in the lake would certainly do you good before you delight the Scottish ladies with your attention. So if you want to improve your physical condition before your campaign of conquest, you can enter the lake in the north. Otherwise, you can return to your hotel, which is at the end of the road heading south. So, it's west then. But you can't go there. Where pass? North and south. South will take us right back out, so north it is. Ooh, what's this? You really shouldn't have entered the lake with more things than you absolutely needed to survive. Heavy as a millstone. What? You were pulled down to the bottom of the lake where you drowned miserably. What? You want? How the? What? Where? Oh, did I have something on me that I should have dropped? You want to quit the game, start it again, or load a save? Press one of the keys. What? Oh, why didn't I save the game when I had a chance? Start it again, or load a save. Press one. I should have said. Okay, lesson learned here. I'm obviously carrying something that I should have taken off. I'm gonna put my swimsuit on. I think I probably had that key or something on me. So, all right. So that's it. I'm not going to start this over right now. I'm going to do that next stream. We're going to start all over. on our next stream. So I gotta write this down. Jeez, they said this game was hard, but holy cow. That's the sub scene. So, all right, so we're gonna call our quits there right now. And we're gonna try this again next time. All right. Catch you later, folks.
It's over, Johnny. It's over. Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.